Heaven's greatest hunter swings her sword to cleave through evil and oppression throughout the galaxy and beyond. Following a devastating falling out between Odin Borson, aka Odin, the King of Asgard, and the Queen of the Realm of Heaven over stolen secrets sold to Asgard's enemies, the Queen retaliated by spiriting Odin's daughter Aldrif away and stabbing the child through the heart. Enraged, the King of Asgard wiped Heaven from all memory and existence throughout the known realms, though it continued as a world all to itself. A handmaiden of Heaven's queen saw that Aldrif still lived and so raised the child as her own, dubbing her Angela. The girl grew to become the realm's most accomplished hunter and warrior, demanding payment for her services. When a time fissure tossed Angela into Earth's orbit, she realized the legends of the planet were true, especially in the aftermath by a subsequent attack on her by Peter Quill, aka Star-Lord, and his Guardians of the Galaxy. Uatu the Watcher identified her as Angela, and the Guardians sent her on her way in a new universe with a warning to stay away from Earth. Angela stands as the perfect blending of Asgardian might with angelic ability. She possesses all the enhanced strength, stamina, endurance, speed, and invulnerability of an Asgardian, but has also been trained by Heaven's angels to be a great hunter-tracker, hand-to-hand combatant, and overall soldier. Her mastery with a sword is unparalleled, as is her use of ribbons as weapons, and the so-called ichors, a kind of living fluid that may be shaped into knives and other tools. The warrior woman has been seen to be semi-vulnerable to lightning strikes, as well as being bested by an even far superior opponent. In Angela's world, one is normally either very close to her or a sworn enemy. Those closest to her heart would be Sarah, her former lover, Leah, a battlemate, and Gamora, a fast friend. Sadly, neither her half-brother Thor Odinson, aka Thor, and her step-half-brother Loki Laufeyson, aka Loki, could be said to be dear to her, owing to the old rift between Heaven and Asgard. Angela's enemies rank as some of the nastiest beings in the universe, including Thanos, his daughter Nebula, the alien Badoon race, and even Heaven's own queen, the woman who attempted to murder Angela as a baby. Shortly after her transition to the known universe, Angela came into conflict with the Titan Thanos and earned Gamora's friendship during the altercation. Afterward, the hunter received a promise from Star-Lord that he'd find a way back to Heaven for her. Later, her half-brother Thor learned of her existence from the late Uatu the Watcher's eye, and believing her killed by his mother Frigga, the god of thunder, and his brother Loki raced off to Heaven to attack it. Using the same portal the brothers used, Angela returned to her home to defend it against the Asgardians, and the entire action ended through Loki's treachery on Heaven's queen and their entire fleet. When Odin arrived to acknowledge Aldrif as his daughter, she swore to take his life the next time they met, but she herself was rejected by the angels as an Asgardian. With Heaven behind her, Angela and her new lover Sarah abducted Odin's newborn daughter, a child harboring the demon Surtur's soul inside her. Avoiding Thor with the help of the Guardians of the Galaxy, the two women traveled to Heaven to reactivate its engines with Surtur's power, and in doing so Angela paid her debt to the angels once and for all. Sarah was later revealed as the evil Malekith, and Angela discovered the real Sarah to be a spirit trapped in the underworld Hell. Hell's queen Hela refused the hunter's entreaty to resurrect Sarah, and so Angela shouldered intense trials to win the crown and throne of Hell for herself. Once in the position, she gave life back to Sarah and all Heaven's angels in the underworld, and then abdicated the throne, her work in Hell finished. New missions brought her into battle with the Faustian Queen alongside Jane Foster, aka the mighty Thor, and into an abduction by the alien Badoon. After her rescue by the Guardians of the Galaxy, she slew the Badoon leader and returned to Earth. There, she found Sarah gone from their dwelling and was attacked by a bounty hunter named Maxilin the Accuser. With Maxilin's ship, Angela raced into a fight with Thanos' invading forces, killed the alien Brood Queen, and threatened all her enemies with bringing the full weight of all 10 realms down upon them if they did not turn away from their aggressions. For a short time, Angela acted as Loki's bodyguard when he ran for the office of President of the United States, but left the position due to the God of Mischief's typical mistruths and subterfuge. She subsequently joined the League of Realms and led an invasion of Alfheim to rescue the incarcerated Queen Featherwine. When Sarah's absence became too much for her, the hunter began a rampage across the galaxy to find her lover, and during this time met a being known as Kid Loki and assembled the so-called Asgardians of the Galaxy to search for a precious object desired by him. This brought Angela into direct conflict with the notorious pirate Nebula to secure the artifact. Recently, Angela found Sarah on Ego, the living planet, but when she learned of the woman's alliance with the Ravagers versus the Raiders and Sarah's reluctance to leave her new partners, they parted ways. Lately, Angela has worked as co-leader with the vampire hunter Eric Brooks, aka Blade, for the Avengers Black Ops group called Strike Force.